Hey YouTube, Typhon here. Welcome back to Phasmophobia. Although this is not just Phasmophobia, this is the developer update that we just recently. I can get rid of that. We recently saw the news for the roadmap for 2025 for Phasmophobia. So today we're gonna just kind of go over it a little bit. I haven't had a chance to fully sit down and read it, but I've heard a lot about it. So we're gonna go through this together and see what's going on. If you like the video, drop a like. If you dislike it, dislike it. If you have questions, comments, concerns, leave a comment down below. And of course, for future content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. All right, let's get started. So first off, if my voice sounds like shit, I do apologize. I am under the weather right now, so I'm kind of like eh. So I do apologize for that. Let's go ahead and get into this. So 2025 and beyond. So we hope that you had a good start to the new year here at Kinetic Games. We've been getting back into the swing of things and preparing for what is to be a huge year for us and Phasmophobia. Today we're excited to reveal a look at our roadmap for the year and let you know what we're working on, when you can expect our first major update, and more. Everything we share today is still in development, so things can change, of course, but we hope this gives you a good look at what's in store for your future investigations. Alright, so the roadmap. Well, we gave you details on certain areas of our 2025 roadmap last year. Today's blog dives a little deeper. So first and foremost, below is the roadmap, which is this nice little map here. We have, you notice it's split into three distinct areas: major updates, maps, reworks, and finally our seasonal events. We'll dive into each one. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. All right, so major updates. So we have Chronicle, which I believe that's the use of the journal and everything is what that is. And then the player character overhaul. So I know they're supposed to change the player physics. So I know, like, if you like crouch running, or if you're in a lobby with your friends and you're just bouncing all over the place because um you're bending yourselves backwards, forwards. They're supposed to be reworking all that to like make it more. I guess they're gonna try and make it more realistic, is what they're doing. And then I know at some point we're supposed to get character customization too. I don't know if that's going to be this year, but I know they've been talking about that as well. Maps and reworks. Bleasdale Farmhouse. I knew Bleasdale was due for one. Grafton's on the list too. I did hear a while back that both farmhouses were due for a rework. Bleasdale has been in the news a lot lately, so I kind of expected that one. Grafton, at least now I know confirmation, Grafton is in a rework. And then we have a looks of a new small map coming to the game. So this should be a fun one as well. And then our seasonal events, we have the Easter event, whichever that's going to be. That looks like it's in a farmhouse. That should be interesting. We have the Halloween event, which is the Blood Moon. And then we have the holiday event, which is Winter's Jest, which is the Krampus update. I did hear supposedly that for the Halloween and holiday, the winter events, they're doing the same thing as last year, like in a similar fashion, which actually was kind of nice. I I didn't play Phas as much as I used to long ago, until the Blood Moon started, and then I started playing more and more of the Blood Moon, and then I kind of got hooked. It's like, all right, I got to play this more, and then I basically got hooked into the game even more. So now I play this game like almost daily, and I think the Blood Moon event for that. The Blood Moon was by far my favorite seasonal event. The Winter's Chest one was okay. Um, I kind of like the Blood Moon one more. I think it was more. It had the more creepier sense to Phasmophobia, which was nice. And then the capturing of the blood totems, getting the pictures, I thought was a nice little thing too. Winter's Jest wasn't bad. Just the Krampus figure was quite creepy. That was a good one. Those Jack in the Boxes weren't too bad, but I didn't feel the same aspect for the Winter's Jest as I did for the Blood Moon. The Blood Moon was fun. I can't wait to see what they do for the Easter one. So the Easter one should be good. So let's see, releasing 2026 as soon as okay, so releasing in 2026 as soon as they're ready. So we have Horror 2.0, which I knew that was coming. House map reworks, new maps, and seasonal events. So this ought to be good. All right, so let's go ahead and dig into it. So major updates. Our first major update to Phasmophobia this year will be our Chronicle update, which will be detailed in development preview number 18 late last year. Oh yeah, they did. That's right. They did. They did show that. Chronicle is all about revamping the way you record evidence and rewarded for it, such as photos and videos in any investigation. The journal will be receiving a new media tab, which will house photos, videos, as well as evidence recorded by our new piece of hunting equipment, the sound recorder. So we finally get a sound recorder. So just a look here. So let's see. Okay, so what would be the photos tab is turned into the media tab. So we can see here we have videos. These are video clips, so that's kind of cool. So it shows their value, a tier bonus, which is kind of cool, and then if it's unique. So I know about the unique thing. So like here's one here. Okay, this is a good explanation. So okay, so this is the videos part. So they're just little clips. So hunting ghost. Okay, so that's kind of cool. You get a video of it when it's hunting. Ghost orbs, door moving, crucifix burning, interaction. Okay, that's cool. So I wonder if like if it's on a tripod, if it counts that as well. Media photos. Okay, so the voodoo doll, bone interactions. Okay, so this is I did hear I learned about this one. So if it's unique, do you see like the value is? I think the value right now they just use them as placeholders to get these pictures out. So you can see like the value for unique ones are $5, and then like these two say duplicate and they're only $1. So instead, what I did here for Chronicle, what they're doing is instead of doing a 3-star system, so like you know how you get 3-star photos, instead of doing the star system like that, they're marking it's going to be marked as if it's unique or duplicate. If it's unique, that's going to count more as like a 3-star photo or like a 3-star item, whereas duplicate is going to act as if you it acts more as if it was like a 1 or 2-star, or it's if it's a picture that like you get nothing from it. It's kind of the gist of what they're doing there. And then the sound recorders, I can't wait. These are gonna be cool. So what I did hear from I don't know if it says it in here. No, it doesn't. So what I heard from the sound recorder is when you're holding the sound recorder, you just walk in. All you got to do is literally hold it in your hand, and if anything is detected, you don't even have to hit a button. I guess the sound recorder is supposed to automatically kick in if something is detected, which is kind of cool actually. So you don't even have to like go around and ask it questions or anything. All you have to do is just walk around, and then the sound recorder should just kick on its own, and then it'll get that recording. That's what I heard at least. That would be kind of cool, but I feel like you kind of like it. You need to get that aspect of you actually hitting the button to capture it. That's kind of my thing on it. But I guess we'll find out. Our second planned major update for 2025 will be our player character overhaul. With this update, we'll be putting more focus on choice for players when it comes to their in-game Ghost Hunter. We'll be refreshing character models, improving animations, and adjusting overall experience when it comes to your character. While we'll be making our improvements with the update, we'll be separating our full player customization into an update in 2026. Okay, so this year they're focusing on the overhaul, which is new, I guess, new characters. So refresh of the models, animation improvements, like how they move basically, and then 2026 they're gonna do player customization. So we have another year to go on customization at least. This will allow our devs team to focus shift holy fuck to shift their focus into the much anticipated Horror 2.0 update and get that into the hands of players as soon as possible. We will share more on both up later once we're ready. Yeah, Horror 2.0 is supposed to be really the game, like you think the good game's good and creepy now, it's supposed to get really good when 2.0 comes out. All right, new maps and reworks. This year we'll be releasing a brand new map. We're keeping details close to our collective chests, but we can reveal it. It will be a small map akin to the houses in a location that'll be totally unique to anything we've done in Phasmophobia up until now. We'll share more later this year, but we're excited to invite you in for your first investigations. Okay, so it's going to be akin to the houses. So it's going to be, my guess is it's going to be another house or maybe like an apartment or something. If it's a small map, I could see it as something like that, but this should be an interesting one. For future Phasmophobia maps, we'll be keeping the size relatively small. This will allow us to release more maps more regularly than rather than fewer larger maps. I'm okay with that because, to be brutally honest, the high school I don't even play the high school anymore. Prison I rarely play. Maple Lodge once in a while I'll actually play. Sunny Meadows I'll play. Sunny Meadows is the biggest one that's there. That's probably the only big map exception I'll play is Sunny Meadows. But the high school and the prison, I don't care for. Point Hope, I don't care for Point Hope either. It's a good map. I hate the fact of going all the way up and all the way down rather than, going across somewhere else. And it's a pain in the ass, Point Hope is. Especially if you're all the way up at the top where the ghost is, and you have to go back all the way down those how many floors just to get to more equipment. I I liked it at the start, but I started to grow off of Point Hope. I barely play that one anymore too. Like I said, Sunny Meadows is the only one I really show any love to. Um, While we're busy finishing construction on our new location, we're also starting to introduce a series of map reworks to the game. This year, we'll be releasing updated versions of Bleasdale, Grafton, and Tanglewood Drive. Okay, so Tanglewood's getting a rework too. I did not know that. Okay, so they're doing Tanglewood also. Tanglewood's already been reworked once. I don't know if you remember in Tanglewood. So the current Tanglewood, where the door is to go to the garage, you go through the laundry room first, and then you hit the garage. That door actually used to be around the corner in the kitchen, not in the hallway. They moved it. So Tanglewood already got a slight rework once. So now I'm wondering if they're doing a complete overhaul of Tanglewood, or if they're just changing smaller things like they did with the garage entrance. The first of which, Bleasdale, will be releasing in March. Okay, so Bleasdale is coming out literally in less than a month. So we get Bleasdale next month. Awesome. So this is like an example of what Bleasdale is going to look like. One of the rooms. Bleasdale, it's supposed to get a huge overhaul. Like I guess it's not even supposed to be. It's not even supposed to look like a full like farmhouse anymore. It's supposed to like this looks more like something I'd see out of a mansion instead of a farmhouse. So I guess we'll see. Our Grafton and Tanglewood reworks will release in later 2025, and we'll share dates on these as we get closer to release. Okay, so all three reworks will be out this year. That's cool. These reworks are all about bringing these maps in line with our full vision for them, so you can expect to see complete artistic overhauls of each map, including new assets and animations, a high-level visual detail, as well as a few layout changes. They'll still be the maps you've grown to love through endless investigations, however. Okay. Moving into 2026, we'll be reworking more of the maps while we introduce new ones. Okay. So in 2026, they're going to keep reworking some of the maps while bringing in new ones at the same time. I wonder how many they plan on actually like having as an in its entirety. Like, are they just going to keep throwing maps out there, or are they going to like cap it at some point and it'd be like, okay, we're done making new maps. Now we're just going to rework some maps and then that's it. I kind of wonder how they're going to do that. All right, seasonal events. Our final section of our roadmap deep dive is about seasonal events. Last year, we were blown away by how many of you got involved in our seasonal Phasmophobia events, starting with Easter event all the way through Winter's Jest at the end of the year. I actually did not play the Easter event. I actually missed the Easter event. But the Blood Moon and Winter's Chest, I have the trophies for those. I missed the Easter one entirely. 2025 will be implementing the feedback we received across our three events and continuing with the same themes for Halloween and winter while introducing a new take on our Easter event. Okay, so Blood Moon and Krampus are going to be coming back. I'm okay with that. Like I said, the Blood Moon was my overall favorite. I loved the Blood Moon event. I am perfectly fine with that. This means in October, Ghost Hunters will once again be working alongside the Blood Moon cult in order to summon the Blood Moon together. Fuck yes. While during the holidays, Krampus will return with a vengeance, looking to hunt down investigators who dare get too close. In Winter's Jest, yes, the Krampus figure was fucking creepy. So I'm actually like, I just hope they pick better maps. Like the Blood Moon ones were okay. The Winter's Jest maps were terrible. The only one I really played on was Tanglewood because it was the only good choice for it. The rest of the maps, they weren't really great choices for. I think it was what, Tanglewood? I think Maple Lodge was another one. And then the other one was obviously a map no one likes to play, which I think it was Point Hope, actually. I don't remember. No, I'm sorry. Point Hope was Blood Moon. I don't remember all three maps, but Tanglewood was the only one I would play on for that. Um, so I'm kind of curious what they're going to do for Easter. I'm perfectly happy with the Blood Moon one. And then you know what? I'll give Winter's Jest another shot. So that works for me. While the event and overall flow of these events will remain the same, thanks to the feedback provided during and following last year's iterations, we're confident they will feel fresh. You'll be able to earn personal rewards as well as having a chance to experience the event across a wider selection of maps as we rotate the selection on a weekly basis. Okay, so instead of having the same set maps for the whole event, they're going to rotate the maps every week. I'm okay with that because after even on Blood Moon, after a while, playing the same maps did get boring for a bit. So they're going to do map rotations for the events now. I'm perfectly okay with that. So that means every week they're going to be a different set of maps. Fuck yeah. I'm all for it. We'll talk about these changes in more detail closer to our Easter event in April. Okay, so we'll know more in a couple months. Okay, so cool. I'm perfect. That's okay. And the nice thing about the Blood Moon too is, they did promise if we completed all three stages of the Blood Moon, then they would make the Blood Moon actual like Blood Moon event, like the actual Blood Moon like scenery, like the sky is red and everything. They would make that permanent in the game, and they did. So once in a while we do get a Blood Moon, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So the fact that the Blood Moon is permanently part of the game is way too fucking cool. And it's nice because it's random. I haven't had one for a while, but I had one night where I had like two or three, and a couple of them were back to back. So they are completely randomized. So I'm perfectly like I love the Blood Moon. And the nice thing is you still get the extra points because it was a Blood Moon. So that's cool too. If you actually get a perfect game, you get brownie points just because it was a Blood Moon map. So I give credit to that too. And beyond, of course, we got our eyes looking towards so much more than just what we've spoken about today. 2026, we plan to release Horror 2.0, new maps, further reworks, and so much more. While we aren't ready to talk about all those right now, we are hard at work at making sure that when we do, they'll be worth the wait. With that said, we'll wrap up things for now. We can't wait to share all the above with you throughout the year and hope you're excited as us to see Phasmophobia continue to evolve. Happy hunting, the Kinetic Games team. So I am absolutely looking forward to 2025 Phasmophobia. I think it's going to be awesome. Of course, every Monday I practically stream Phasmophobia, so this will be nice um, to see what they come up with in the coming future. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you're looking forward to 2025 Phasmophobia as much as I am. I think we're going to have a good year for the game. So thanks again for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. If you liked it, if you like it, drop a like. If you dislike it, dislike it. And if you have questions, comments, or concerns, like I said, please leave a comment below. And if you want to see more Phas content in the future, please don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Thank you all for watching. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.